And now we are on our fifth episode of the Gold podcast, hosted by Mr. B and Fast Caesar. On today's episode, we're going to have Vincent the Owl have a personal interview with Mr. B, and we're going to talk a whole bunch of other shit today. We have no fucking structure today, so therefore, we're going to just talk about a bunch of wild shit that we just saw on the fucking news today on this week's episode of the Indigo podcast.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said wild because you know I know that we had said we was gonna keep the politics down a little bit, but this was
Oh,
just
I
funny as
know what
hell.
you mean. I know what you mean.
This is hilarious. Like Donald
Sarah
Trump.
Palin?
Well, you know what? That's L number two. There's a
Oh,
bigger
God.
L than that. So here, picture this, right? Picture you win a nomination, you become president, but you can't go visit your biggest ally in England because you've been banned. There was a petition, and the British people have signed over, I believe it was 567,000 signatures stating that Donald Trump should be banned from entering Britain. And Parliament is in process right now of passing this law. Like, this could very well be law. Donald Trump could be banned from entering England, bro.
Of all places, England. Really?
Of all places. But now he's gonna say some dumb stuff like, "Yeah, that's why we kicked your ass in the Revolutionary War." He would say something like that because he's old as hell and he was around that time, you know. But
Well, also England has like a very huge Muslim population. Like I just saw like a video today on I think it's Now Is This, I get Now This. And pretty much there was like a bunch of these radicalists that like, talk about Sharia law.
you were watching my wall, weren't you?
I probably was. I
That was my
probably
wall. I
was.
know exactly what video, and I'm glad
That
you
shit was
brought that up. But go
that
ahead,
shit
finish
was
telling the
that
people, man.
shit pretty much, there's a bunch of these people who are talking about Sharia law, how they want to influence it upon not only and they want to take over not only England, but they want to bring it all the way over to the United States. They want to take over the world with it. And of course, you see that a lot of these the ones that are not not as extreme and don't practice this type of that type of Muslim faith. They're kind of like against it. They are against it, and they feel like you make Muslims look bad with the way that you go around portraying their beliefs. And I'm not gonna lie, like it's really making Muslims look bad in a very fucked up light.
Yeah, it is. But luckily, again, in that same video, you had a lot of Muslims fighting back at the extremist Muslims. And statistics in that same video showing that like most Muslims in England are peaceful and do not agree with what these guys were spreading. Like, it's propaganda, and it's just gonna make matters worse. And when I saw that video, I said, "Yo, this is the kind of stuff that fuels Donald Trump to say the dumb stuff that comes out of his mouth."
Absolutely, absolutely. And the thing about Donald Trump right now, he's still ahead. I don't understand. But at the end of the day, the problem is the fucking candidates that he's going against in the Republican race are very laughable. You really don't know who the fuck they are, but you know him, and it's kind of sad. Like he really doesn't have any real competition, and the more and more he just keeps putting himself in the news, but because he's a fucking attention whore, we all know this, but the it's just like we're feeding into him, we're letting him, and people are letting him win. Not we. So I'm not voting for that fucker. I understand as to why, you know, he's getting so much play, but that's a fucking issue to me.
Yeah, I definitely ain't voting for him either. I see a lot lesser evils that if I was forced to pick a Republican, there's other Republicans I would pick before I pick Donald Trump. But I don't. I can't vote Republican though. In general, you will not be seeing me voting Republican because, like, yeah, both parties are corrupt. Both parties, you know, have stuff that aren't cool and everything, but the Republican Party is just backwards, outdated, racist, and they hide behind the excuse that they're religious people and that they're people of God, and it makes me sick because it makes real people of God like myself look bad because these are powerful people representing my faith, and you know as much as I'm deep into my faith, I respect other people's faiths. Like, yo, I got love for Muslims, bro. You feel me? Like, me and Muslims are cool. Like, I have no problem with Muslims. I have no
Oh
problems with
no,
with
most definitely.
anybody.
Yeah, most definitely. I ain't got no problem with no Muslims. I respect their religion. Like at the end of the day, like I'm not a overly religious person. I do respect certain values of other religions, and I actually, can agree with some of those things. But these people like ISIS and people who are influencing Sharia law, that's not a part of like the mo of true Muslims. The Muslim religion is more about peace, and I don't understand how we went from how this is prevalent in their law in their beliefs that
Bro,
they
I
don't
don't
talk
even want to
about
cut you
violence.
off, but your mic is like it's fading out in certain words that you'll say.
Oh shit! Really? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, as you just spoke, but like just like 1 second ago, it kind of went Mr. Roboto on you real fast for a split second.
Well, that's gonna happen. But
Really,
yeah, not yeah. I don't know. But
you sound fine now
yeah.
though.
Okay. Well, this is pretty much my issue with everything is that the Muslim religion is a peaceful religion, regardless if regardless of the bad rap that it already has because of 9/11 and all types of other you know stereotypes and discrepancies in in these that come from the terrorists and the extremists. But at the end of the day, you have any like I said, it's like just like black people, just like anybody, just like white people, anything. It's always those bad apples that make it bad for the bunch that are not doing anything bad at all. So my issue with this whole thing is that these people are really making Muslims look bad, and they're fueling that campaign of hate that Donald Trump has going on right now.
It really does. And now he has a little miss. I could see Russia from my backyard supporting him, and I just said, listen, are Republicans that stupid that they think an endorsement from Sarah Palin, of all people, is going to get their man to the White House? If anything, he lost even harder now. Like you might as well start getting used to saying President Clinton again.
And ain't she a part of fucking the Fox system and shit? Like, ain't she a part of Fox News and some shit like that?
Sarah Palin, yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
she is. Fuck her.
She's she's too stupid to be Illuminati, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh
They
man,
would
we really
never
gonna bring that
accept.
up in this podcast?
I'm gonna bring that up in this pod because you know what? There's gonna be an episode where in the future where like we're gonna talk about conspiracy theories and stuff because they're prominent in today's pop culture and in regular culture. Never mind pop culture, like
Yeah,
it's
it's not only
American
pop
culture.
culture.
Yeah, it's
Oh
American
yeah,
culture, sports, everything, movies. So, I'm going to break it down because, like, I feel like I have a lot of knowledge in the subject where some of its origins are because some of it is true and some of it is just like, okay, bro, chill.
yeah. Honestly, but that pretty much the Republicans are just shit right now. They have nobody real good representing them, and it's already bad enough that who's that black motherfucker again? I forgot his name.
Ben
Ben
Carson,
Carson. Yeah, that fucker lied on a lot of shit that he did. I forgot what the fuck he lied on, but he was almost getting ready to overthrow Trump a little bit. Then that bullshit came out, and I'm like, oh man, this dumb fuck. Like, all honesty, man, the Republicans have a shit cast of fucking people.
Their party is dying. That's what's happening. Their party is dying because you know what it is,
Oh yeah,
Mr. B. You gotta think about it. We're we're in a new era in society now, so it's like now it's time for the torch to be passed to the younger, fresh people. And guess what? They ain't got no younger, fresh people. And
no.
the younger, fresh people they do, the youth who aren't in politics can care less. Nobody cares about them. Nobody who's young wants to vote for any Republican until they revise their party and their structure.
That is true. And now I want to get on to wrestling. I got a chance to finally watch Raw now that I have only one job. I'm not working at Staples, and I'm gonna get into that motherfucker really soon because I had a really long conversation with my cousins about how fucked up these people are. But back to the wrestling. Uh, Now Roman Reigns is gonna be number one in the Royal Rumble to defend his championship. He's defending his championship in the Royal Rumble, which is even more crazier.
Okay, and
I don't know what's the odds on that at this point, but I know being how wrestling works, I know they're gonna find some miracle way that he's going to make it. He's going to win, or they're gonna have it that Triple H comes back and whoops his ass and takes the championship. We don't know.
or AJ Styles is gonna appear and take Roman Reigns out right when he thought he was gonna win, and be this heel new poster boy for the Authority. Ah, little twist there.
Oh shit! Yeah, they already talking about bringing in AJ Styles already. Post. I thought they were saying they were gonna bring him after the Royal Rumble. I don't really, not really sure. I'm not sure if he even signed the deal yet. There's no, it's not official yet.
But you know what?
But
If Vince McMahon knows what's good for him, he has to make this deal happen because you know what? Think about the ratings. If you had a WrestleMania where it's a triple threat match and it's Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, and forgive me, I cannot say Japanese names for nothing. You know who I'm talking about.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Pronounce that again. Your mic just cut out when you said that. And
All right. Shinsuke Nakamura.
okay, there you go. Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah, so just picture that and see me. I'm old school, so that match would be in a cage with a ladder. But that's just me. They ain't gonna do that these days. But we could at least realistically, we could think about a triple threat match.
Most definitely. And yo, Lachi, this episode's not going by well. It's not. It's really not.
It's not. Your mic has never done this before.
Yeah, something's fucking wrong with this shit.
Is
I'm
it the
just
cold air?
very aggravated. It's not. It's warm in here.
Okay.
Hey, you can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear me perfect. I put ace.
Nah, you were just like out of place.
All right, you know what we're gonna do? You're gonna broadcast it. Something's wrong. It's just shit to do this and
Okay.
talk about. Yeah, we're gonna do this over again.
Okay, we're gonna do this over. We're gonna set it off with wrestling.
All right.
All right. So let's get out of yours, and I'll do it, and I'll invite you.